Welcome to the premiere episode of my new series, First Impressions, where I try out new games and share my experiences with you in order to help you decide which game to grab next. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any of my latest reviews or videos. Today, we're going to be talking about the squad-based World War II shooter, Enlisted, which is currently in game preview on PC and the Xbox Series X and S as a timed console exclusive. The gameplay featured throughout this video was captured using the Series X version of the game. Developed by Darkflow Software and published by Gaijin Entertainment, Enlisted runs on the Daegor engine, best known for running War Thunder. When doing research for this video, I found conflicting stories about Enlisted, saying the game is free to play and available on Xbox One. But from what I have found, in order to get access to the preview, you have to be on a next-gen Xbox or PC exclusively, and that there are currently no plans for an Xbox One release citing hardware specs. Also, in order to get access to the game preview, you must buy one of 3 available Founders Packs. You can get the German or USSR Founders Packs for $38.99 plus tax Canadian each, or bundle them both for $63.99. With mention of the game being free to play back when it was announced, I'm left to wonder if this model has changed, or if we are just paying a premium for early access. I guess we will have to wait for the full release to be sure. Enlisted allows you to lead customizable squads of AI into multiple iconic battles of World War II. As your squads level up, you are able to add more members to a maximum of 7, and customize their individual loadouts including weapons and items. In order to get more soldiers, items, and weapons, you must unlock cards which can be traded in through the Logistics tab. As each soldier levels up, you can assign them perks that will help them in battle. These perks are extremely useful as they greatly improve your soldiers' ability to move fluidly around the map. I won't lie, at first the movement feels a little weird, but as you level up your soldiers and get used to the mechanics of the game, it gets much better. This brings me to the other half of the squad aspect. When you spawn in, you bring your entire squad with you, which as mentioned are all controlled by AI. I know, AI in a shooter seems like a bit of a turnoff, but in Enlisted it actually works. Your squad follows you around, engages your targets, and follows your orders. Their intelligence is questionable at times, but this is a game preview after all. But here's the best part. You can switch freely between all surviving members of your squad and take control of them. If you die, you jump to the next surviving soldier until your squad has been eliminated. In the bottom left corner of your HUD, it will show you vital information as to the status of your squad, including member class, kills, current state, item inventory, and health status. If you're shot and have medkits, you can be put into a downed state, and can pick yourself up and get back into the fight. The AI have this ability as well, as long as they have been equipped with medkits. You can of course be shot while trying to heal, so be sure to get into cover before doing so. If all of the members of your squad get wiped out, you can choose to come back in with another available squad, or one of the many vehicles that Enlisted offers. You start off with a tank battalion available for each starting army, with more tanks available as you progress through the campaign, and it appears vehicle upgrade trees are coming soon. When you spawn in, you are locked to a first-person view down the sights of the tank, giving a restricted but realistic view of the battlefield ahead. This is easily offset by their strength though, as they can make quick work of enemy squads. The tank control system is based on pointer control, which I find feels kinda sloppy as the cannons lag behind the cursor, making it hard to line up an accurate shot. If you would like to take to the skies, you must reach level 4 in each respective army's campaigns to unlock your first planes, which I will tell you now I had a super hard time flying with a controller. As a veteran Battlefield player, I found the default pointing control on the planes hard to get used to, as I felt I didn't have enough control over the plane itself. I found the same issue with War Thunder, and I never put in the effort to tweak the somewhat confusing control settings, and I ultimately uninstalled the game. The planes also have you locked into a first-person view, and with the pointer control I found it did nothing but overlook the nose and lose control of the plane. But after hours of tweaking and crashing, I was able to set my controls to a somewhat comfortable position, and I'm starting to get the feel of the game's realistic flight mechanics. Just like the tanks, as you make your way through the campaign, you will gain access to stronger planes to help you in battle. As I have progressed so far, I have unlocked a couple of different game modes to go along with training mode. Squads is the main game mode, which features the AI, but there is also Lone Fighters, which is the more traditional one-player, one-character gameplay for those who prefer to play without AI. But that's enough about the details. How does the game feel from a gamer's perspective? I have mixed feelings about this game, to be completely honest. The game runs in 4K, and the maps are quite expansive with many destructible elements of the environment, but I can't help but feel they are a little dated. The game features lots of immersive details, from destroyed tanks to sprawling trenches, but the visuals somehow feel dull and flat. My honest first impression of the game when I first loaded into it was that it felt a lot like the Xbox 360 game Greg Hastings Paintball 2. Obviously the graphics are much more advanced in Enlisted, but the entire time I was playing I just couldn't shake the Greg Hastings Paintball feel. And going back to play a few rounds now in 2021, I can definitely see why. As I mentioned before, the movement mechanics of the game start off feeling very strange and clunky, but as you level your soldiers and give them perks, their movement starts to get a bit more fluid. The soldier controls aren't too bad once you get them dialed into your liking, and there are an abundance of available settings to help you do that. The game offers a fairly strong aim assist, almost too strong in my opinion, as I noticed it will sometimes pull you to a target you weren't intending on engaging, and I find myself turning off the aim assist to get the extra control. The overall feel of the game is something else though. With the two game types that I've come across so far, it gives a very immersive World War II experience, with constant action. Conquest is the standard point capture style of gameplay, with 3 capture points that affect the rate at which your reinforcements tick away, and Invasion reminds me an awful lot of Rush from the old Battlefield days. The attack and defend playstyle has teams pitted against each other across 5 points that progress across the map. The AI can be very useful, but as I mentioned before, has some questionable intelligence, and can often get in your way or stuck on things. But with frequent updates and a full release on the horizon, these are all issues that can be sorted in time. Okay, so what's the verdict? This brings me back to where I have mixed feelings. The graphics definitely feel dated, the gameplay is clunky, and the AI concept is neat but definitely needs some work. In spite of this, I keep getting drawn back to it, for its immersion and its breath of fresh air into a very saturated market. I am also very cautious about this game. With the way that you gain soldiers and weapons through the logistics tab, if Darkflow decides to add any type of in-game store, it would most likely make it easier to acquire such items through payment, making it a very slippery slope towards pay to win, which to me is a huge deal breaker, especially for an as of right now paid game. This of course is speculation, and only time will tell which route they go. But when it comes down to it, Enlisted is a fun game, which has a lot of potential to be a great game, but in its current state as a paid game preview, I feel it just doesn't live up to what I was expecting for a next-gen and PC exclusive. I feel like you should wait for the full release, which, as mentioned, might be free? Thanks for watching my very first game review here on YouTube. If you enjoyed the video and it has helped you make your choice about Enlisted, hit the like button and let me know down in the comments. Also, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you will be the first to see my newest reviews and videos. Until next time, keep gaming.